Anyway, it's like Santa in Die Hard. It looks pretty funny. If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out. Violent Night. It's in theaters everywhere on December the 2nd. We will do an advanced screening of it a couple of nights before. Tuesday, November 29th at Cinemark Valley View. So if you want a couple of passes for Violent Night, be caller 10. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
It's not every day you hear him complain about something. Wait, yes it is.
Alan Cox.
On 100.7 WMMS.
That poor drummer slopping through some John Bonham there for Zeppelin's Rock and Roll with Robert Plant, at least, singing. I mean, I'll watch Robert Plant do just about anything, but the band that was behind him.
He's got a gardening channel. Pretty good.
What's that?
He's got a gardening channel.
Oh, Robert Plant?
Yeah, Robert Plant.
Plants. Yeah. Robert Plant and an awesome Irish singer there by the name of Imelda May sang that song. It's a music show that's been on the BBC for decades called Later with Jules Holland. It's like their flagship music show, and Robert Plant's been one of hundreds of artists that have been on there over the years, and so he and Imelda May did Rock and Roll from Led Zeppelin there, but it's a bunch of old guys in, tuxes. It was like a big anniversary show or something. It was the Rhythm and Blues Orchestra. And if you're going to play rock and roll as the drummer, if you're going to do the Bonham licks, you got to really... It sounds like he's slopping through that song, John Bonham, to the untrained ear. But there's a lot going on there. And his poor sap who's got to lead them into that. But again, love Zeppelin, love Robert Plant. I think he's somebody that people forget is still out there performing and doing music. He kind of, he and Jimmy Page have kind of gone their separate ways in that Jimmy Page would love nothing better than to get out there and be playing Led Zeppelin music. And Robert Plant's like, I already did that. I want to do different things. He had a solo thing for a while. He did Honey Drippers back in the 80s. He does a lot of kind of bluegrass tinged things with Alison Krauss. They tour together. He's doing some kind of world music stuff for a while. So he's really dabbled in a whole lot of different things. Although Dolly Parton is reportedly trying to reunite Page and Plant for her rock album. So I think that if that happens, and they might do it in deference to her, I would think. That might be the first time in a long time that the two of them collaborate. So if you're a Zeppelin fan, you'll take what you can get. I'll have another $1,000 for in a couple of minutes here. A chance for you to go fund yourself. We'll also get to the Poundcake sports break, as it is Wednesday. Hey, Duke.
Hey, Alan. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Bill and Mary.
Thanks. What's up?
I kind of got some sad news.
Oh.
I put my Willie in the pickle slicer at work, and we both got fired. But really, what happened was, I was in an accident, and it just severed it right off. So I've been listening to the show. I called Dr. Berglund at the clinic. He was very helpful. He said, they could reconstruct it, but it's not really covered by insurance, and it's expensive. It was like $1,000 an inch. And he said, you better go talk to Mrs. Duke, and it's a big decision between the both of you. So we discussed it. And I called Dr. Berglund back up, and he said, did you make a decision? I said, yep, we're going to get new granite countertops for the kitchen. So
is that the thing? Like, is that the was that the punchline?
The more you think about it, you'll laugh later.
Right, because granite countertops, very expensive. Your surgery would be $1,000 an inch. Duke has so many inches that we're gonna redo the kitchen. All right.
I thought I was going to go the opposite way, and I thought it was going to be, all right, Doc, we're going to do the procedure. Here's $500.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Here's $450. Do your worst. All right.
I
Listen.
don't want to show my shortcomings.
Right. All right. Thank you, Duke.
Congrats on those countertops, though.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. Granted is very, very impressive. I posted a dad joke. I follow a dad joke subreddit. And occasionally I will post a joke because I love dad jokes. Mm-hmm. I haven't even looked all day to see if I've gotten any upvotes on it or anything like that. But I was up very, very early this morning. I couldn't get back to sleep. I was up about 3:45.
Ew.
And I was posting dad jokes.
What time do you go to bed?
11:30.
I was going to say, you're a 9:30 guy.
So you only get like 4 hours of sleep.
Well, we put the kid to bed around 8:30, and then Gwen and I watched TV for a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I'm super tired, yeah, I'll go to bed around 10.
Yeah.
But I mean, usually, I don't know, we shut everything down 11:15, 11:30.
Okay. Just asking.
Yeah.
If you're waking up at 3:45.
Well, I'm not trying to wake up at 3:40.
I know, I'm saying
Last
today.
night I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me give you this money here, and I'll see if I can find that dumb joke. It's $1,000, a chance for you to go fund yourself. Listen closely.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at WMMS.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Oh, yeah, the joke that I posted was, I'm so mad that we're having chicken liver for Thanksgiving because it tastes awful.
Seriously?
What?
That's just a sentence.
It's a what?
That's just a sentence.
Well, it's a joke. You don't know what awful is, do you?
I know what awful means.
OFFAL?
Oh, that's a
organ
visual.
meats.
That's a visual
It's a word.
joke.
Well, yeah, you posted on Reddit.
Right.
That's
So
why
when
I
you say
typed
it out
and didn't-
loud,
well,
I'm awful.
I thought maybe
AWFU.
I
No.
thought you guys might know what awful was.
If I would have seen it, I'd have been like, "Oh, that must be the joke."
Yes. Poundcake knew. He was back there laughing.
He didn't know.
Yes, he
He's
did.
trying to keep his job.
He loves
being
Oh, boy. Poundcake, are you ready for the sports break?
Yes, I'm trying to keep my job. So
all
yes,
right.
I am.
Kept it another day.
This is a Poundcake Sports Break.
In the headlines today, attention boys, hold up your shorts because there's a gay man in sports. NBL's Isaac Humphries came out as gay in an emotional, heartfelt speech to his Australian team. The former University of Kentucky star, they refer to as Big Ice, gave the speech on camera and said that over the years he fell into a deep depression and even attempted suicide, all because of his sexuality. Obviously, every one of his teammates were super supportive, and they probably, like the rest of us, look forward to seeing the Big Ice melt on a man that's down under. Also, sports commentator Tim Hardaway had to issue an apology for a poor choice of words during a broadcast of a Warriors game Monday night. Tim referred to a particular play during the game as raping. Then he went on to say, I think they should have called the police on that one. Well, let's just say that didn't go over well. He immediately issued an apology. I too know what it's like to misspeak live on air. Nobody thinks you're a predator, Tim. You were referring to a play in the moment. It's not like you stood in front of a woman and said, you want to do this the easy way or the harder way? Because that will get you canceled and probably arrested. So brush it off and live to commentate another day. Lastly, ex-NBA star Ben Gordon just can't get right. You may remember me reporting on Ben earlier this year for punching his young son in the face. This time he's throwing some Mick hands at Mickey D's. No word yet on why the alleged attack happened, but a little birdie told me he was upset that the ice cream machine was down. Gordon said he was taking his business to Burger King, where he always has it his way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break.
Throwing McHands.
The hard way.
I had to shoehorn something in there. I was like,
That was great. It was nice. You killed it. That was a good one.
Boy, a lot of people are taking umbrage with Mary's chocolate V candy argument.
What? That's crazy. I didn't see
No
that
one ever
coming.
takes umbrage with anything I say.
Well,
I mean, I take umbrage with it, but
in fairness, there are some people that were like, wow, I don't think I realized that I separate them until Mary said that too.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a semantic argument. People
Sure.
are like, Mary can't name a candy bar that doesn't have chocolate in it.
No, and that's fine that they call him that, but I don't. I
you,
understand. I was
chocolate
saying,
is not candy.
Right. And then in the break, I said to you guys, I said, also to me, I separate soup and chili. Those are different things. Chili is not a type of soup. Chili is its own
So
thing.
you'll never pour your soup into your chili?
No, I will not do that. Yeah, chili is its own thing. And then soups are different.
Yes, I agree with you there.
Chili is not a soup.
Can we
to
agree
me.
that chili is superior to any and all soups?
What about a gumbo?
What
Gumbo
about a
is
gumbo?
soup.
A gumbo is a soup?
Yeah. Gumbo is soup.
I think
Chili is
chili's a
chili.
soup.
A lot of people do. I do not.
Hot dog's a sandwich.
This is salad or sandwich again.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
said.
It's just different. Not even a category. Classification?
Okay. I mean, chili, I think technically is considered a stew.
I was going to say, because stews are not soups.
right.
Stews are soups.
Well,
No, they're not. Are they?
well,
No, a stew is a stew.
It's
because
like
it has
a-
a
I think that
roux.
has
It's like a
broth
very
is a soup.
gumbo. You need a roux, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's like,
I
but
think stew is a kind of soup.
No,
Just
they're
like
different.
a bisque is a kind of soup.
No.
Chowder?
Cereal is soup.
Yeah, technically, sure.
I'm just throwing stuff in.
so I looked this up. Stew is any dish that's prepared by stewing. That's a little on the nose.
Well, there's a difference.
Soup is any combination of ingredients cooked in liquid. So chili is a soup.
'Cause it has
Okay, then
broth.
so is mac and cheese.
Yes.
So is pasta.
Mac and cheese
You're
is
cooking,
a soup.
You're cooking pasta in a liquid,
Right,
and
but
it
you're
mixing.
draining it. You're not leaving it.
Yeah,
Not
you're
the
not,
way
it's
I
not
do
on
it.
the dish. Ew.
You don't drain your
it. Oh, God, the
You add
hilarious.
the marinara right
Yeah.
into the water.
Honey, this is really watery.
No.
No, I don't drain it.
But
eat
you
your
can,
spaghetti.
honestly, you can just cook spaghetti in the marinara.
Yeah, no, you can't, because then the marinara will all cook off and get all crusty.
How about
You
this?
can't boil. There
you
wouldn't be any
can't.
marinara.
You can't eat
I'll show
soup.
you, you can.
You can't eat soup with a fork. You can eat stew with a fork.
You need chili with a fork if you're making it right.
Poundcake could eat a guy named Stu with a fork.
You could try.
He couldn't eat a guy named Soup.
Then he get
with a
his own
spoon.
Netflix series.
I've been with a lot of men. I don't think I've ever been with a stew.
You never been with a Stewart? Stewart!
No, there's a porn star named STU, Stu.
STD Stu. Disco STD.
Disco stew doesn't advertise.
By the way, Chris Rock, speaking of Netflix, he's going to be the first comic to perform live on Netflix. Did you see that?
No. Good for him.
Guess what they're
Yeah, I saw
calling
that.
it?
Live.
A live global streaming event is what they're calling it. Just like this show, Netflix is moving into live streaming technology, and Chris Rock is going to be their canary in a coal mine. He will do a live hour on Netflix next year.
That's cool.
Yep. And this is going to be the one where he talks about Will Smith.
Of course it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all
He's
building
been
up to
working
that.
that ego death tour he's been doing. This is where he's been working it out. So yeah, the Netflix hour probably crashed the platform with that thing. He did Tambourine on Netflix a few years ago, and then he did that Netflix is a Joke festival with Chappelle. Is that where the guy jumped up on stage?
Yep.
And so Netflix is they have a VP of stand-up and comedy formats. Imagine that. Think of all the different genres on Netflix. That implies that there's a VP for all those genres.
Well, they have so many specials.
Yeah.
And I mean, so many comedies too. So it would make sense to have that. I was watching a little bit of Neil Brennan's new one. It's interesting.
I
Blocks.
love Neil Brennan, and I started watching it, because I was laid up all weekend after getting snipped.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm clicking around. I'm like, so I started watching Blocks. Did you see who directed it?
No.
Derek Del Gaudio.
Oh, really?
Oh,
So
no.
that
Mary's
makes
favorite.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's right. So
Oh,
it's more of
no.
like a one-man show kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
love Neil Brennan. I think he's
Come
very
on.
funny. For a guy who came to stand up late, I think he's very funny. But that is a tough thing
I only
to
made
get
it-
into.
I only made it like 10 minutes because I had.
Yeah, I made it about 20. I'll go back to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
But
I'll finish it. But
yeah, no, I like him a lot.
who's that other person that's got a comedy special coming out next week?
Oh, I'm taping mine in
check my
Philly,
notes.
December
I'm
11th.
not talking about someone taping.
Oh.
Bill Squire is the name I have written down.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good. Is
that
name.
you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I thought you were Bam Bam.
Yeah, Bam Bam Bill Squire, Bill Bam Bam Squire,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call me. But it comes out next Tuesday on my YouTube channel. So that's where I don't need no VP of comedy.
You are the VP of comedy.
and the president.
Yeah,
And I got my team.
2 for 1. So you're saying people could sensibly go to Netflix, YouTube,
Yes.
find the Bill Squire channel
Yes.
on said YouTube.
And now they have @, so you can just @Bill Squire, and boom, there it is. Or @the Alan Cox Show. If they wanted to watch this show live. The
Well, I'll
live
tell you
global
this.
streaming events.
I think that perhaps I have made it onto someone's radar because Elon Musk liked one of my tweets.
Oh my God! Real
the
Elon
real,
Musk?
The real Elon Musk?
No, I don't know. One of the 4,000 people pretending to be Elon Musk. Yes. Well.
I saw
what are you going to do?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
A throwback on Twitter this morning, and I was very excited about it because this used to happen all the time. We do like the fun hashtag games, and this morning, what a Twitter account, Weekly Humorist, was doing one, Achy Action Movies, and I threw out The Last Traction Hero, and they liked it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Achy?
Yeah, I do like those hashtag games.
Yeah,
They're
I
fun.
love those.
What happened to those? People
I
just
don't
got
know.
too busy screaming at
People
each other
are
to have
yelling
fun.
at each other, but
Yeah.
that was when Twitter was so fun.
Right.
Remember at
Hashtag
midnight?
Magaga.
Yeah.
At midnight was so fun. I won the hashtag game from Twitter
Nice.
one time.
The Chris Hardwick show.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
with
funny.
It was like make a athlete of food or something like that, and I did Dikembe Magumbo.
Which is a soup.
Mm-hmm.
And he would be able to tell you that. Okay, let me take a break here. If you want